Kiwi Craig here, guys. We are looking at the Pro tail assembly made by Microheli to suit the Blade 450 range of helicopters and the Fusion 270. Got a lot of nice details in this tail setup, but anyway, let's just have a bit of a quick look at the standard setup and some of the other setups available for these 450s, and you can start to see some of their shortcomings, and then we'll discuss the design details in the Microheli product. All right, standard 450 tail blade. These have weighted bolts on the end primarily to preload the radial bearings, try and make the blade holder sit true. The big problem is these plastic blade holders, basically they stretch, right? And what happens is they get a degree of float, and you can just see it wiggling backwards and forwards, and tracking and everything else becomes a problem. Second component is the little plastic clevis guide unit here. The sliding pins slide backwards and forwards through it as it goes like this, backwards and forwards. It all wears out and it gets quite sloppy. This is a brand new one in here and it's good. On this heli, got the Blade aftermarket tail, and you see they replace the plastic guide here with aluminium, but what then happens is you get float and wear the two aluminium surfaces, right, and it actually wears the pins out on the clevis. Big problem then is now we've got a decent tail grip, but we've got all this float now in the unit, so this thing wags around like no tomorrow, and it's basically an expensive pile of parts all going to head for the bin. So what did Microheli do to sort all this out? They basically ditched all that pin clevis deal, gone for a double pivot arrangement sliding block, so basically an align style tail. Also got rid of the ball link ends, got decent aluminium components, bushes, everything else. End result is everything's tight, no float. It all moves beautifully due to the double linkage arrangement on the top here, sliding block arrangement. This is just really a miles superior tail assembly, well worth the money, and looking forward to flying this and hopefully getting rid of that random or elusive tail wag that tends to plague these helicopters. Overall, a really nice piece of gear. We'll get this fitted up and then we'll get some test flying done.